Hello, everyone. What kind of experience do you want to have for your students who are learning how to play the piano? Do you want them to learn how to read well, how to have impeccable rhythm, to have good theory skills and composition skills? This is my focus in succeeding at the piano. And I want this method to be a joy-filled way to especially focus in on musicality and body-friendly technique. You might be asking, what is body-friendly technique? Well, all I have to say is come and explore this method with me. So in the next few videos, you will see my tutorial on Unit 1 of the preparatory level of succeeding at the piano, and you will also see some videos of me teaching students in that particular unit. And if you want to look at many more videos, you can certainly go to my website or to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions at all, please write to me on my website and I will get back to you. So there are 4 books in the second edition. There's the lesson and technique book. The two are together, lesson and technique, because these two are vital for an excellent experience in playing the piano. Theory and activity book. Lots of great activities for our students to do so that they can learn their theory, ear training, and sight reading skills. Then there is a Merry Christmas book. And last but not least, a recital book so that students can reinforce all of the concepts that are taught in the lesson and technique book. And if you have an older student who needs to refresh themselves, or if you have a student that might be a little bit faster, maybe a little bit older, or if you have a student who's younger that might want to go a little bit slower, we have the all-in-one approach, Prep A and Prep B, which really is very similar to the second edition, where everything, though, is in one book. This piano method is really fun for teachers to teach from and super fun for students to learn from. So enjoy these videos of Unit 1.
Hello, everyone. This evening is a perfect time to begin the tutorials of the second edition of Succeeding at the Piano, preparatory level. I'm Dr. Helen Marley, and I'm the author of this method. Let's turn to page 3 of your lesson and technique book and see the list of the composers and arrangers who have written for this method. Timothy Brown, Kevin Costley, Mary Leith, Ed McLean, Kevin Olson, and me. So our students will have a great variety of repertoire to play. So now let's take a look at Unit 1, page 4 and 5. Here we have 2 very important pages on how to sit correctly at the keyboard. So if a student is a little small, we want to make sure that they feel good at the instrument. So the first thing we can do is get a nice pad. These pads come in varying sizes so that the student can sit on them and it can raise their body up. This particular foam pad comes from youngmusicians.com. You could also use a garden knee pad, which you can buy at Home Depot or Office, what's the other one called? Home Depot or Lowe's. And this one is very nice as well. It's a little squishy. One of my beginner students calls it squishy in a very endearing way. So either one works. So if the student is small, we also want to make sure that we have something for their feet so that they can have a strong foundation. So a pedal extender is really perfect, or even a big block of wood, whatever you could find. So now on the bench, the first step to healthy technique is posture. We want our students to feel tall, long, and well-balanced. So of course, we want our students to imagine a daisy growing through their spine and out the top of their head. Oh, how wonderful that feels. Now, the distance and the height from the keyboard. Let's have our students put their fingers over the white and the black keys. And they'll notice that their elbows should be slightly in front of their body. They'll also notice that their elbow tip right here has to be on the top of the white keys. So they might not be able to see that themselves, but you could take a picture for them and you can definitely explain this so that they understand what to do when they're at home. Then have them swing their arms from side to side like this so that they feel comfortable with air underneath their armpits. So you want to make sure that the student isn't sitting too close to the keys because this is crocodile arms, and we certainly don't want our students to be too far away. So there should be a nice gentle letter C here from the shoulders to the fingers. We also don't want to have our students go up to a piano and do this and make a fist. This is, first of all, unattractive at the instrument, and it doesn't show the student where the elbow should be in correlation with the top of the white keys. All right, so those are some things that we have to really think about when our students practice and when they are at the piano lesson. The next page is perfect piano hands. We can easily have our student place one of their hands on the other elbow and then slowly bring out their hand like this. And we ask them, what letter do you see between fingers, thumb and this pointer finger? I see a letter C. And then have them bring their hands up to eye level. And these 4 little knuckles on each hand become 4 little hills on each hand. So if we have our young students think about this in an imaginative way, they'll better remember it. Okay, so this is all the information that you see on this page. And at the bottom of page 5 is how we get our students to remember their finger numbers. We teach them this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we can do a lot of nice activities with them. So we can say right hand 1, touch left hand 3, right hand 5, touch left hand 2. And we can change hands. Left hand 2, touch right hand 4. So we can do that for several weeks until our students really understand their good finger numbers.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and find those group of 3 black keys. Okay, so find any group of 3 black keys right there. Good, and you'll put your little thumb on this white key. You see that? And then your pinky on that key. Good. So then can you form your beautiful hand position? Can you reach that, Noel? Yeah, it might be more comfortable for you to put your little finger on the F. That's fine, like that. Good, and can you give a little, can you show me your 4 little hills? There you go. Good. Wonderful. Good. Left hand down. Same thing with your right hand. Go ahead and put it on your knee. Good. And then bring up your hands to these notes. Good. The 3 black keys. If you can't cover all those notes, we'll do it like this. Good. And let's go ahead and find your 4 little hills. Yay. Good. And there's your hands. Very nice. Okay, so did we figure out your finger numbers last week? We did, right? So these are 1s. Can you go ahead and wiggle your 1s? And what would be your 2s? Good. What would be your 3s? What would be your 4s? Good. And what would be your 5s? Very good. So if you put your finger 2 in your right hand with your finger 3 in your left hand, what would it be? Go ahead and touch those. Finger 2. Good. All right, finger 4 with your right hand with finger 1 in your left hand. Good. Do one for me. Ooh. So you're doing 3rd finger left hand with 5th finger right hand. Yeah? Good for you. Wonderful.
Here we are on page 6 of Unit 1. Here we're teaching our students to have a steady beat. We want to make sure our students can always internalize the rhythm every time they play the piano. So we teach them that all music has a beat, and we can certainly start with unit counting. So if there's a quarter note there, 1, 1, 1, 1, we give it its full value. Students are asked to clap, tap, step, march so that they feel this wonderful sense of rhythm. And rhythm is focused on in every piece of succeeding at the piano. So with your teacher, I ask the students and the teacher to count and clap aloud, walk around the room and swing your arms back and forth with every beat, and sit at the piano bench and sway to the beat. So when you're playing the piano march, you can have your students do any of those things: stepping, marching, swaying, tapping, and clapping. So we must remember that physicality begins at the very first lesson. There's a really wonderful video of me teaching one of my beginner students. It's the first time she's at a piano lesson, and I have her learn what a steady beat is, and it's really funny. You could see it on the SATP FJH teaching videos of mine. And I asked this girl to march around the room with this steady beat, and she gets faster and faster and faster because she's getting so excited. By the end of the whole piano march, we're laughing together and having a really, really good time.
Let's first do this, Maya. No, let's stand up together. So first, let's go ahead and march around the room with a steady beat. Yes, good. Now, how about
Let's
turn
have a
around?
marching band.
Exactly, it's like a marching band. Now, can you clap like this? Yes, good. Let's go faster. Good. And then let's go slow. Slow. Keep a stand. Good. Excellent. Now, I'm going to play a little piece for you, and I want you to feel like you could march around the room. Okay? I want you to see if you can march around the room. You ready? Here's my steady beat. It's called the piano march.
You're so good at piano.
I am good at piano, and you will be too. Ready? Wow, that's good.
You're so good. I'm going like this because I don't want to go over the wire.
Yeah, that's true. Good. All right, very nice. Let's do it one more time. Ready, go. Good. Come back to me. All right, pretty good.
So on page 7 is the keyboard. We have a female singer going up to the top of the keys and a male low singer, like a bass, going all the way down. So the students understand high and low on either side of the keyboard. So we want to make sure our students find that letter C between fingers at 1 and 2, and they can wiggle those fingers 1 and 2. And in the last hand, they start in the middle of the piano and they walk down the keys. And you'll notice that they can keep that beautiful letter C, and they also should be looking for their 4 little hills on each hand. And then they'll do the same thing with the right hand. So already we're instilling in them a really great, perfect hand position. Now let's take a look at page 8 and 9, the groups of 2 black keys and the groups of 3 black keys. You'll notice the practice steps at the beginning of this piece. Say, raise your left hand, wiggle fingers 2 and 3. Gently push these fingers in your thigh, a good sense of kinesthetic awareness of what fingers the student should be using, and say the words in rhythm with your teacher. So really, you could have the students go ahead and just count by big beats of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then we can have them say the finger numbers, 3, 2, 3, 2, and so on. And then they can say the words, hiking up the great big mountain. So in this particular piece and the next one, the students can learn a really important practice strategy, and it's called play prepare. In succeeding at the piano, we want our students to play everything in a sense of good rhythm, a nice, steady, even beat. So we want to make sure our students can go from 1 group of notes to the next without stopping or going faster. So in order to play that wonderful practice strategy of play prepare, have the students play the group of 2 black keys, and then we say 3 words: ready, look. This is where they look to the next group of 2 black keys. And then we say move. And you notice I don't have them play those 2 notes. They're just going to prepare them. Then we do the next octave. Ready? Look, move. And then one more. Ready? Look, move. Do this many times with your students so that they feel 100% confident before actually play piece as written. And then we can have the students play the exact same piece with just their right hand. So at the very bottom of the page is a note to teachers: encourage the students to not play with a dent in their fingers. And in my topic-specific videos that are on the YouTube channel, I spend some time talking about how to get rid of those knuckles that dent the other way. Okay, so now a group with 3 black keys. This is the piece. Down the go. Look the low. We've had fun. Now we're done. The same practice strategies are on this page as they were in the preceding page, and we can certainly use the play, prepare, practice strategy of ready, look, move, so that our students can feel really confident and be 100% accurate when they actually play the piece.
So in this piece, hiking up, there are groups of how many keys? 2 or 3 black keys?
Wait, which one?
This one, hiking up.
2.
2 black keys. And which hand are you going to use for this whole piece? Yeah, you see the practice strategy. So let's raise your left hand. Let's wiggle fingers 2 and 3. Yay, good. And gently push these fingers in your thighs so you'll remember exactly which. Just 2 and 3, just 2 and 3. Good. All right. And now we're going to find this first group of 2 black keys right here. Absolutely. So why don't we practice the moves first, okay? So how many moves are there? This is where you are right now. So you're going to move once, twice. If you're here already, so how many moves are there? 1, 2, and 3. Yes. So why don't we go ahead and practice those moves? So when I say ready, you're going to just be prepared to move. When I say look, you're going to look at the next group of 2 black keys. And when I say move, you're going to move. Does that sound good? Ready? Look, move. And then this is our second move. Ready, look, move. And then we have one more. Ready, look, move. Oh my gosh, you're so smart. Good. All right, so let's make this our tempo. Hiking up the great big mountain. Absolutely. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and say the words while I'm pointing to these words. Hiking up the great big mountain. Very nice. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and play those group of 2 black keys. I'm just going to make sure that your left hand's in the right spot. I'm not going to play. You're going to play. So go ahead and get yourself ready on this one. You might even be more comfortable to start here. Are you okay there with those 3 moves up? Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So your 3 moves will be 1, 2, and 3. That's as far as we go. Does that make sense? Okay, so here we go. Ready, play. Hiking up the great big mountain. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so now the next piece, hiking down. Here were the groups of how many black keys? 3. And again, if you start wherever you start on the piano, how many moves will you have going down? 3. Okay, so go ahead and find a group of 3 black keys. And then you're going to think of 3 moves going down. So where would you think would be a good place to start? Okay, let's do that. So let's do our moves. Ready? Look, move. There you go. And then the next move is down again. Ready? Look, move. And lastly, ready? Look, move. Oh my gosh, your moves are so good. Okay, so shall we ready to play hiking down? Okay. Down we go. Look below. We've had fun. Now we're done. Very nice. Now I'm going to change the rhythm on you because you went 1, 2, 3, 4, which was nice. 2, 3, 4, but I'm going to change it. I want it to only be 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. piano. Why don't we try it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. So you can change something from 3 to 4 so quickly, can't you? Isn't that so neat? Sure. It is, isn't it? My gosh. Like we could change hiking up where it went 1, 2, 1, 2. We could change it into 3, 4. We could go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And just by changing the timing, it sounds like a different song. Isn't that neat? Yeah, that is pretty neat, isn't it?
Okay, now we're ready for Unit 2.